So up next, we have our platinum sponsor is here to share not just like product pitching, although we all know Bella Canvas. Like, it's at Oklahoma Shirt Company, it is our house wine. It's the shirt that we sell the most, so thank you for making an incredible product. Cassie is here to tell us about Bella Canvas kind of from the inside and what they're doing and how they're positioned and what they're going to do. So please welcome Cassie with me and give her your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I was chatting with a few people before, and I just want to start by saying, like, how exciting to look around, and we are all together, no questions asked, and it feels normal the way it should be. So I think this is the first industry event where I'm like, everything's back. So this is really awesome. Also, you guys, we are so grateful to be a part of this event. For those of you that know Bella Canvas, I think we try and express how much we believe in community and bringing people together in this industry for the common good, being a resource portal for everyone. And that is exactly what this event is about. So, we love that we are here. And kudos to you guys for, taking the time to better your business and learn and network. It's really an incredible thing to see within this industry. So thank you for having me. I will sidebar really quick, and if you guys ever quote me on this, I might deny it, but the screen printer part of this industry has always lived near and dear in our hearts at Bella Canvas. For those of you that know our origin story, it is who we are, and it's where we started. Our two owners started as screen printers, so really you guys are at the core of what we do, what we produce, which fabrics we put out, how we market it. So again, really a pleasure to be here. So I think most of you are familiar with Bella Canvas, and I don't want to spend too much time talking about, our quality and, why we do what we do from a product standpoint. But for those of you that aren't familiar, simply put, we are the leader in the premium category in this industry, and we produce retail quality garments, everything from t-shirts to street fleece and everything in between. But what I really want to focus on are less publicized things, not about our product and our colorways, which I will touch on at the end because I can't resist sometimes. But I want to share with you kind of what the past 2.5 years have looked like and where we are now, and why we were or why we have done things the way that we've done things. We've tried to be very strategic and very intentional. So I don't want this to be a boasting session. I just simply want you guys to understand why we're doing what we do, so we can better supply you guys as an industry. Self-admittedly, I think the one consistent problem that everyone can agree on when it comes to Bella Canvas is that, gosh darn it, we have never had the inventory consistently that we have needed to supply the demand in the market for our product. So obviously with the pandemic, everyone's operations were just turned off. We had to do masks or PPE or other things. So when we had to turn those back on, we really wanted that to be our opportunity to, like I said, be intentional and be strategic. Because while other people may have been focused on getting back to normal, we wanted to be anything but normal when we came out of this. Because our normal was never where we needed to be. So I want to share with you guys some of the operational changes and increases and developments that we have been doing from a cutting perspective, from a sewing perspective, and from a warehousing perspective, so you guys can feel confident in knowing that we're not just prepared for now, for next year. We are very forward thinking, and we want you guys to know that if you need a shirt, you can go to Bella Canvas and get what you need moving forward. So let's start with cutting. For those of you that aren't familiar, we have a very unique supply chain. It's what we call our USA Strong Manufacturing. We actually cut all of our garments in Los Angeles. For those of you that are based on the West Coast or that make frequent trips out there, maybe pre or post ISS, we would encourage you guys to reach out to us, schedule a tour, because it really is an incredible operation to see. But post-COVID, we had about 50 cutting tables in our Los Angeles facility. We use Gerber laser-guided cutting machines, the most technologically advanced in the industry. So at the time, 50 was already the largest cutting facility in this space, which was pretty incredible. Moving forward, and today, we are up to 85 cutting tables in that same facility in Los Angeles. All again, custom linked to be able to utilize our specific lots of fabric to yield the highest yield of cuts that we possibly can. So that is a very significant increase in and of itself, almost doubling, right? For those of you that were here last year, you may have heard our president, Chris Blakesley, touch on this, but we have since opened a secondary cutting facility in Alabama. This facility is mirroring our Los Angeles facility. So we're at about 350,000 square feet in both. And we will have about 85 cutting tables in Wetumpka, Alabama as well. So again, almost doubling that. Wetumpka is very exciting for us also from a logistical standpoint. As we've learned during the pandemic, logistics are a key component that were often overlooked. So we're very close to an East Coast port. So again, from a delay perspective, should it ever happen, we can get goods in or out quite quickly. So that cutting increase is very significant. So we are at this point the largest cutting facility in the Western Hemisphere when you take in Los Angeles and Alabama. So again, I would really encourage you guys to come out, if you can, to right now the West Coast and see that facility. So some pretty incredible updates on the cutting side. I'll move to sewing. So fun fact that a lot of people probably didn't realize is that pre-pandemic, and really even up to about last year, Bella Canvas only owned about 6% of our sewing facilities. They were contracted facilities. We occupied 100% of them, so we really ran them. Sorry, there's a cord here. We really ran them, but we didn't own them. As of today, we own just shy of 80% of our sewing facilities. So again, a very strategic and intentional change and investment on the sewing side. Why is this important to you guys? From a sewing capacity, when you own these facilities, we can quickly change, pull levers, push priorities at our own pace based on our own needs. Whereas when you are contracted out, they still have a bit of say of what they want to run on the line. So I'll give you an example here. Let's say 3501, which is our long sleeve tee, mauve, very popular color in the past, often out of stock, hopefully not anymore. So 3501 mauve 2XL, it's out. Alpha Broder doesn't have it, S&S doesn't have it, no one has it. Because we own the vast majority of our facilities now, we can quickly go, take whatever is on the line off of the line, replace with what we have gaps in the market very quickly, get those units sewn, put on the water, and into the channel at a much faster pace than we have been before. We know that if black, medium is out of stock, for your business, you might as well have that whole color be out of stock because you have to operate on a full size run. So for us, this has been such a key and vital investment because we can control those levers, push the priorities when we need to, and get you guys the product that you want and fill in those gaps so much faster than we have ever been able to before. Though we own more, we have also expanded those facilities. So again, like I mentioned, we weren't thinking about getting back to normal. We really have been focusing on that increased cutting capacity and increased sewing capacity, as well as making these minor adjustments. Okay, so cutting, sewing, warehousing is next. To date, we have always had our main and only warehouse in Los Angeles. It's about 400,000 square feet. So still a great size warehouse where we can really stock deep and have been, but again, not as deep as we would have wanted to. As of this past summer, we have opened up a new warehouse in Maryland, and it is 750,000 square feet. So a much larger facility, almost double, than our current warehouse in Los Angeles, which isn't going anywhere. We will keep that West Coast warehouse. So you have Los Angeles at about 400,000 square feet, that newer addition in Maryland. Maryland has also been awesome because, again, with our sole location being on the West Coast, our speed to market to service people east of the Mississippi has been much slower than we would have wanted to. So that Maryland location, again, allowing us to get product to our east of the Mississippi, either direct customers or distribution locations, is significantly faster than it ever has been before, and we're able to stock so much deeper than we have been in that West Coast location. So you got West Coast, you got the new Maryland, and we have also opened up just recently a 500,000 square foot location in Nicaragua. This is super exciting for us because it's adjacent to one of our largest sewing facilities there. So what that means is we're removing as many touch points as we can to get things off the line, off the tables, booked into inventory, and on the water to get into the channel, again, as fast as possible. All of this intentional with you guys in mind, knowing that when you need product, you need product. The motto that we have always operated on is, the customer isn't going to call back. Like, they're not going to wait, right? They need inventory. So that 500,000 square foot location in Nicaragua is really a game changer for us. We can store more inventory there. Again, we can flex with what we need to send and when. And it removes those touch points from things coming off the line to get booked into inventory. So all of those are just really exciting. The last portion I'll touch on in terms of warehousing, some of you may have heard with that West Coast location, hopefully in Q1 of 2023 is our time gauge we're shooting for. But we are going to be relocating that West Coast location from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. And that's going to allow us, again, to almost double the size of that warehouse, going from about 400,000 square feet to 750,000 square feet on that West Coast. So I say all this, again, not to boast, but to make sure you guys know that we have been very intentional, very strategic. We're stocking deep. We're increasing our capacity, not just for now or for next year. We really want, again, you guys to feel confident in knowing that when you need Bella Canvas, you're going to be able to get Bella Canvas in a bigger and better way than you have been before. And we are duly prepared for this continued shift, I think, that we've probably all felt from like that trade basic interest, basic tee over into the premium market. So we're very excited about all of these, expansions, and we're doing it with the sole purpose of you guys feeling very confident once and for all that when you need that mauve, you'll be able to get those mauve t-shirts. So those are some key things on the operational side. I'm going to quickly touch on, I was joking, I'm right before lunch, so I know you guys are antsy and want to get some food. But I couldn't be up here and not talk a little bit about 2023 product and what we have in store. So in terms of product that you're going to start see filtering in for 2023, we are all about color. I think you guys have probably seen our marketing in terms of color destination. We want to be your go-to for any color that you might need. If you take our 3001 and our 3001 CBC, which are our basic unisex, 100% cotton and heather CBC tees, we are the leader from a color perspective. I think we're up to like 150 colors between the two. So if you can't find a color, come to those two styles. We probably have it. But we will continue to be that color destination. One thing that you will see with our 2023 ads is you might not feel like they're as fashion forward or new as sometimes they have been in the past. But again, keeping in line with that strategic and intentional thought process, we really went through and did a very analytical approach of color offerings in all of our top styles. So you might see in fleece, we might be adding Kelly or True Royal, very core colors that you think, why is that new? It's because of this analytical approach. We wanted every top-selling color to be in every top-selling style and every top-selling fabrication. So as you guys are expanding programs with your customer base, you can feel confident in saying, I can get this true royal for your tee, I can get this true royal for your women's fashion tank, and I can get that same true royal in a street fleece hoodie from Bella Canvas. So we will still be adding color. It might seem a little bit more basic, but it's important for you guys to know the thought process behind those color additions. We will, of course, have some really fun new colors added in, but look for those colors in heirloom jersey, tri-blend, street fleece, women's fashion, and also kids. So color, color, color. The other thing I want to throw out to you guys in terms of new product, it's a little bit of a sneak peek. It should launch in March. We have seen in retail the past few years, right? Color. Color has been the thing. Basic silhouettes, basic tees, basic sweats. It's been all about color. But we're starting to see that shift back into women's and women's silhouettes. So for us at Bella Canvas, that's very exciting. We feel confident in stating that nobody does women's apparel like Bella Canvas. It's where we started. It's what we initially launched with. So we will be launching a collection of about 7 to 9 styles in a brand new fabrication. It's called our micro rib fabrication. I'm aging myself here, but for those of us that have been in the industry a decent amount of time, you'll see some very similar comparisons to some of our original styles that we launched with. But think 90s, think baby doll tees, mid-length, cropped, long sleeve, very fashion forward and on trend. We really believe that in order to keep this industry fresh and going, you have to bring to market what you see in retail. And if you look anywhere right now in retail, you're going to start seeing more women's silhouettes, very fashion forward. So it will also allow you to open up maybe some different segments that you're not already catering to outside of just that basic tee. And then on top of women's, you will continue to see kids and street fleece additions. Kids for us and fleece are our two fastest growing categories. That's why you see it a lot in our marketing. You see it a lot in the product that we're adding. But I think kids is often an overlooked category, especially from a fashion perspective. But if you look now at what schools are starting to be interested in, what you're seeing from influencers and little micro brands, a lot of those are kid focused and they want something and are willing to spend on something that is exactly like what they would buy for themselves. So it's no longer just that cheap t-shirt. They want something that's going to feel great. The kids, the junior high, the high schoolers are now getting pickier about what they're buying. So we want to be able to cater to you guys as you open up those markets or you're dealing with those schools, because that shift in terms of trade to premium is also happening on the, on the kids level. So look for additional kids styles. We've launched a lot of kids fleece and additional styles within fleece as we move into fall holiday. A quick note on product overall. 2 years ago, we changed our approach, so we are no longer just launching product in January, which is what this industry as a whole typically does. So we are launching in January, but that's what we are considering spring, summer. So anything t-shirt related, short sleeve, long sleeve tank tops, any of that is going to fall within our spring, summer launch. And then come August, you will see our fall holiday launch. Fall holiday is anything and everything fleece or sweatshirt related. That's also great. It gives you a fresh perspective to go to your customers, to show something else, to pitch something else. I think, sometimes people forget that on the screen print side, you guys are also salespeople, so to speak. You want to engage with your customers sometimes. You want to have something fresh to go to them with. So this seasonal approach is a great way for you guys to show them something, quote, new, to get in front of them again and offer them something that everyone else isn't throwing out there. Kudos to you for being here. We appreciate your business for those of you that use Bella Canvas. And again, biggest messaging here, we really want you guys to feel confident moving forward that we are prepared for the growth and the capacity to have the inventory that the industry needs. So thank you so much and enjoy the rest of y'all's day.
Thank you, Cassie. I don't think any of us would be here. I mean, literally, but like our print shops, we depend upon you guys' product and your horsepower, and we're so thankful for what Bella Canvas does, and it's so thank you.
No, thank you
sharing.
guys. We appreciate it. Like I said, it's awesome.
Thanks, Cassie.